And welcome to STOked, the Star Trek Online Podcast, Season 1, Episode 19.
Epic.
Wait. My name is Brian.
We were going to stop with episodes.
What?
My name is Chris.
That's Jeremy.
The guy interrupting in the middle is Jeremy.
All right. So,
You're right, though.
people.
We were going to stop with episodes, but
Yeah.
we figured there's so much content coming out, we're going to do a small, shorter episode just to cover
Right.
some of the stuff.
We're going to
Big
continue
stuff.
with the tutorials as well.
Yep. In fact, there'll be a little mini one attached to the end of this episode.
that's fancy.
There you have it.
I didn't even know that was happening.
I know, we're
That'll
so
teach me
exciting.
to not follow the show I'm in.
We're so exciting. So,
So how was things while I was gone, guys? You guys do okay?
pretty
Yeah.
good. You know, there was a game that came out. People are playing now.
Oh, yeah. How's
you've heard
that
of it.
going?
and there was some news stories released we should talk about.
Yeah, that's probably kind of
Yeah.
cool. How about right now? We got anything to talk about?
Well,
probably
we-
not, right?
We could talk about the subscription plans just to make some
Nobody's interested in hearing about
clarifications
that.
on that.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So, the folks over at Cryptic have announced several different types of subscriptions. And, of course, the main one here is the monthly that most people will probably be doing.
Right.
And in the U.S., it's going to be $14.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then over in the European countries, it's going to be various different prices like $8.99
Yeah.
or $12.99, depending on your location. Actually, the euro is going to be in $12.99. You can also do 3-month plans.
That's all funny money.
6 months. But here's what's interesting.
pretty.
Is they've announced also...
Dude, what is up with foreign money being way prettier than our money?
Oh, I know.
Dude, that's ridiculous,
Some
right?
of them have holograms,
Like,
dude.
I walk around with my money and I feel ugly and ashamed.
Well, that's because yours is cartoon.
Did you just get up and leave?
Yeah.
Are
We're
you
going to have
gone?
to put in temporary Chris now.
All right, so I don't know what to do, guys.
I'm back.
Is the show still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
I don't know what's happening.
Best show ever.
What do you guys think about the lifetime subscription? So if you pre-ordered it, only if you've pre-ordered,
Yeah.
you can get the $239.99 for a lifetime
Wait, so
subscription.
$240.
For lifetime of STO.
Hold on.
Some people are a
It's
little...
about 20 months. It's about 20 months, I believe, is what the price breaks down to.
I think it's only about 16, actually, because it's, math.
Brian's
and then-
doing the math right now.
I was,
But
but
he
then you guys
was.
told me, and I just assumed. All right, so it's $240. What's the normal monthly?
Hold on,
15.
Brian. You're going to math it real quick? Here you go.
Yeah. What's the monthly?
The $14.99 is the monthly. So
16 months.
16 months.
16 months at standard
You pay
price.
for it in 16 months, yeah.
Yeah. That means
Yeah.
your 17th month, and every month after that is free.
Yep.
And that's actually kind of a good deal because I have a feeling that I
Yeah,
will be playing it for that long.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that's really not
Well, how long have you been jumping in and out of City of Heroes, Brian?
on and off.
Yeah.
City of Heroes.
Yeah.
A couple of years.
Yeah, no,
So
I wish that I would have bought a City of Heroes because it's still installed on my system.
Yeah.
And City of Villains.
Good games.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, honestly, I guess, yeah. I mean, in World of Warcraft, it's been on and off for a couple of years.
Right.
I mean, I think it's been out since what, like 1983? 1984? I mean, the graphics.
I believe
are
it's.
from,
I believe
like,
it's. No,
1983.
actually, I think it was 1978.
I mean, it was cutting edge back then.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it ran really slow on the Altairs and stuff, but
Now,
Yeah.
so one of the things you get as part of the lifetime, there's also
An extra incentive.
there's an extra incentive for the lifetime. But before we talk about that, we should also just quick mention, get it out of the way. There's also you can buy a year at a time.
Yeah.
At $120 basically US. I'm not sure what that
Again,
breaks
a
down
good
to.
deal.
You get so you pay for a year, you get an additional 2 character slots when you do that. Lifetime members get the 2 additional character slots and they get a playable Borg.
Now, that's a race and probably some extra customization sets.
The playable Borg gets a few extra nice little perks. One of them is you get nanites.
Porks.
You get porks. They're like benefits, perks, and other things.
But
all
they
in
taste
one.
like bacon.
huh.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound kosher at all.
so you get Borg nanites.
You guys really need to stop being so anti-Semitic on this show. all
I'm
the time.
sorry. Shut up, Space Jew. The Borg nanites give you 10% to health regeneration, which is nice because
that
if you're
is
going to
really
get shot
nice.
at, that's going to be nice to have.
10%, that's good.
You also get +5 to starship efficiency, shield efficiencies, engine efficiency, and weapon efficiency, and auxiliary systems, which will rebuild your hull and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
get +5 to all those things. You also have an optional neural blast rate, which gives you ground. It's a ground combat thing, and that gives you a 30-second debuff to the person you're fighting. Also, with a 40% chance that they'll be held for 3 seconds.
That hold is really nice. The other debuff is just run speed. It slows them down a little bit.
You were mentioning like one of the races in.
There's a Klingon NPC called a Swordmaster that just runs right up to you and palms your face off, and that would be a great debuff to use against
What about like you were saying some of the
getting my face
the health regeneration? What you saying, the trill?
Yeah, the trill race that's already a pre-made.
So you don't have to pre-order to get some of this stuff, but you have to pre-order, and you have to not only have to be a STO pre-order, but you also have to buy this separately.
Yes.
So you have to. You got to act pretty soon.
That sounds pretty cool.
And they're not offering the lifetime after February 1st.
Yeah, it's a limited time offer. So if you are interested in it, try to talk yourself into it now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, do we get any like benefits if we just go like the yearly subscription mark?
You just have to do it every year.
Well, and it's 2 extra character slots, which I believe was announced that they're going to have 4 at release.
Yeah.
The perk with the year is you don't have to worry about paying for it ever again, and you get the Borg, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's really the perk.
Other than that,
the rest is just extra.
But here's the way I look at it, and I was talking about it with
some people are saying that there will be a lifetime after the first one, but it's $2.99. The price goes up.
The price goes up.
Okay,
Yeah.
live
That
chat
makes
room.
sense.
Here's what I was talking about with guys on our TeamSpeak for our force, and it essentially breaks down like this. Just the way my mind works, I'm going to get the lifetime, and then I'm going to be like, well, I'm not spending $15 a month on the on membership, so, and this will be like a few months. After a few months, I'll be like, so I might as well get this microtransaction thingy here because I'm not spending the monthly fee, so I can get this.
So in total, you'll end up spending more money.
Yeah.
Easily.
Not only will I have the justification that I'm not spending $15 a month, but I'm also going to be I did invest in a lifetime subscription, so I might as well get the most out of it I can.
Right.
Evil genius from Cryptic. I'm so doing that. They're going to get more money out of it.
Chris, you were already quoted on this show as saying that you would pay like $100 a month to play this game.
That's the thing.
Well, I might change my tune on that, but I would spend more than $15 a month. Probably 20. I'd probably go 25.
Yeah.
Or more for the lifetime, and I prefer lifetime subscriptions. That way, I don't worry about if I go a month without playing, which I don't suspect is going to happen with STO. But if that does happen, I don't get the guilt factor.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think I'm going to do the lifetime subscription because I'm cheap, and somehow or another, even though I'll spend more money in the long run, it just seems like too much all at once for me. I will, however, make this deal. I will put on a pink bonnet, and I will sing a custom song written just for Star Trek Online if Cryptic gives me a free lifetime. I'm just saying I'll do that.
I think you got to up a little bit.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Well, what more can I add to that?
Maybe a picture of Gozer's face, like those big clock chain necklaces that
Of Gozer?
that like Flavor Flav has. Yeah, of Gozer, and then maybe like a removable plate so you can change it out, and then it'll be like that episode. You're dedicating yourself to that Cryptic employee, and then I bet enough of them will pull together and make it happen for you. They might just throw down the cash
and
for you.
you have to stop all your hating.
What hating? I'm filled with love.
That's funny.
I'm just saying I'm being serious.
So what about the 120 a year? That seems a little more palatable
It
to you.
seems a little more palatable to me.
No, that's actually
I
can do that math in my head. You're paying for 10 months and getting 12.
Right. You get 2 months free.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Right.
That way I get to play all year and November and December are free or whatever.
Nice.
Right. I like that.
I like the Borg. I a couple episodes ago, maybe 5 episodes ago, we mentioned that the Amazon pre-order you get a Borg bridge officer as the perk, and I thought, well, I hope it's not a full Borg. I hope it's more like a rescued Borg,
Like a 7 of 9 type.
and that's exactly what the playable. So when they did that, I was like, well, that's exactly what I was asking for.
Whoa.
I want to immediately say that I am now regretting having made this request because the chat room has just lit up with people asking for me to be naked and wearing a diaper. I'm not really sure what's going on in people's heads.
You guys are odd.
But I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
No, that is
It
only
little
at home.
weirds me. Yeah, that is for the privacy of my own home when I'm having like a dinner party. That's it.
Hey, do you guys know how long this Del Taco thing's going on where you get a free shuttle as a pet?
No,
You get
but
a pet shuttle.
I'm betting a very limited time.
Oh, I gotta go to Del Taco and get a pet shuttle. That's awesome.
We don't have Del Tacos up here.
Oh, we don't?
No,
don't,
there's
no.
none in Washington State.
Oh.
They're all over California.
Effing tragic.
I know, they're
I
all
don't
over
even like
California.
Del Tacos though.
But I like a pet shuttle.
Yeah, so here's the deal. You
That
go
is
there
pretty
and you
cool.
buy a large drink and it's got a code on it that you can unlock this pet shuttle with. So if you're near a Del Taco, go get it. It's limited time. Grab
so
yours.
it's just a little shuttle that flies next to your ship.
I don't know the
And
details. I haven't seen
some
it.
abilities. Like I think you
Really?
can shoot at stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of want
Why
that.
not? Maybe it's an extra shot every now and then or something of a phaser blast. All right. Should we move right along? Because we're going to try to keep this
Yeah,
a
let's
shorter
keep it going.
episode.
All right.
Jeremy and I recently went down and visited Cryptic at Cryptic HQ in California, and we had a good time. One of the things I personally walked away from, I know I said this way too many times on the flight down there, Jeremy, but I said I'm really excited about Star Trek Online. I'm really nervous about Cryptic's ability to really live up to this to the scope of this franchise.
Something that you haven't just come out and voiced on the show is that you're anxious about the fact that maybe Cryptic isn't on board and doesn't understand the immense volume of responsibility that they're getting themselves into here. And you feel better about it now that you've been down there?
After talking to them, listening to them, seeing all of the Star Trek memorabilia all over the place down there, talking, we had a late night chat with Gozer, and we just kind of BS'd about Star Trek stuff and BS'd about some of his design philosophy behind the game.
Yep.
And all of it rang so true to what I wanted to hear. It really has alleviated a lot of the worry I had about this game, because I want to play the hell out of this game for a very long time, and I was worried about possibly them not being able to live up to it after talking to them.
Disappointing you.
Now I'm excited for what they already are thinking of and what they're working on and their thought process. I left worried, and I got there worried, and I left even more excited.
All right.
What about
awesome.
you? In any terms, maybe that respect or anything else.
I didn't really have any great expectations. I was really more interested in seeing how an MMO company works from the inside out, seeing how they interact with each other and what their office environment is like and everything. So maybe just because I've been in the MMO industry, or a player in the MMO industry,
A player in the MMO industry, nice.
That I was really excited to see behind the scenes stuff. So I think I just geeked out the whole time. I don't know that I took a lot away from it, except some of Gozer came out to dinner with us, and then we just hung out until like 2 in the morning in the lobby of our hotel.
You went to bed.
Just chatting.
Jeremy crashed.
I did. I was dead. You might be able to tell that I'm just getting over a bit of a sickness, and it hit that weekend. So
the sickness.
A sickness.
And we met a few people. We got to meet Anthony from TrekMovie.com, which was really cool.
Yep.
And
some of the guys from the Starfleet, the fan club.
And it was interesting to hear their perspective from people that are huge Star Trek fans, but have never really played much in the way of video games.
In fact, it's probably going to help out the way that we do a few of our tutorials.
Yeah.
Try kind of bring people that are new to the MMO genre into this game.
Yep, I agree. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move right along. Let's talk a little bit about open beta. Open beta has hit, and there's just a couple of big items that I thought we should talk about. First of all, we got to mention they've had a huge response.
Humongous.
Servers are not handling all of the logins at the recording of this episode.
First of all, the first day, their login servers just completely shut off.
Yeah.
We killed them. They were not ready for the volume of people trying to get into the game all at the same time. They quickly remedied this, and this is something I've said about Cryptic a lot. They don't always plan the best, but they adapt really well.
Yeah.
So,
and we actually had a conversation down there with Craig Zinkovich and a few of the other guys. Like, are you ready for the crazy onslaught that's going to happen? And you know what they said?
What?
Well, you know what they said.
I know what they said.
But what surprised me was the response was, well, we're not really sure what the response from the audience is going to be. We've been so heads down on the game that we honestly don't know. Yeah, we said, no. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And the thing is us saying that isn't enough to tell Atari, okay, you need to go spend another $400,000 on servers.
It should have been. Don't they know who they're talking to?
Well,
we're serious, my friends.
But the server capacity is going to be added to, and I think they're going to do some
they're
software
already
stuff. But
they put out a little notification because this weekend, starting Friday afternoon or so, and running until now, I believe the server has been at capacity. That means when you get to the login screen, and half the time when you click the login button, you just get a pop up that says "Server's busy. Try later."
Yeah, you're waiting
because it's reached its max connection number.
It's been weird going through closed beta. Going to places like Memory Alpha and Starbase 1, all these massively huge places that have been empty. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I knew people would be playing the game at open beta, but in my mind, that was how this place was always going to be.
Kind of empty.
And now going there, and there's lots of people, lots of activity. It's like it was, in a way, their experience has been walking through a building that's undergoing construction, seeing it before the grand opening.
That's kind of what it is.
And then coming back.
Yeah.
After grand opening.
Yeah.
It was a trip.
At the grand opening.
Yeah,
So they released a statement, I think this morning or last night, that said basically, we have ordered more software. It's on a rush order, and we'll get more capacity immediately.
Awesome.
Because you guys obviously need it. So well done.
Yeah, way to go. Now, that bodes really well for Cryptic, so I'm sure they're not exactly upset about it.
No, and it's probably one of those things where they panicked and cheered at the same time when it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, moving on, we should
Okay.
mention JupiterForce.org.
Yeah,
Up and running.
Up and
That's
running.
right, we have that now.
So we have the Jupiter Force fleet, which is the in-game fleet that we have for
The
the Stoked
official
podcast.
fleet of the Stoked
Yeah.
podcast.
And now JupiterForce.org is the official site for the official fleet of the podcast.
It's all official.
Holy moly.
And the software that we're using is really robust. There's a lot of options
We're
that
still
we're
learning
still
it.
looking into it.
I love
yeah.
robust.
In fact, we just now figured out how to change our homepage, so there's little content on there, but we'll be
The
we'll
real
be
meat,
fixing
though,
that up.
on that site is the forum.
Yeah, it
You know,
is.
go to JupiterForce.org/forum. and-
.php.
And there's a lot happening there. So the idea is JupiterColony.com will be used for discussions regarding the show. So Jupiter Colony is discussions regarding the Stoked podcast itself.
Yes. Yep.
JupiterForce.org is a conversation spot for
the
fleet
game.
and the game.
Yes.
Yep. Right, so that's how it's divided up. Now you know.
Now you know. We've had some people asking, and people are like, I don't know which side it's supposed to go to. It's as simple as,
In fact,
show related,
Brian
it
was
goes to
asking
Colony.
that.
Brian was asking that.
He was like, well, why do we need another site?
Brian, you know,
I think my exact quote was, "No, I already have a forum. I'm never going to go to the new one." And I think that's what I said exactly.
isn't Brian adorable?
Yeah, Brian's pretty cute.
He's cranky about things.
Yeah, but you want to snuggle with me at the same
That's
time.
true.
Yeah.
I'm so conflicted on the inside.
Apparently, the people in the forums are too.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about in this mini update of the Stoked episode? I gotta say, you gotta stick around. I got a tip for recording in-game footage. We want to work with everybody out there.
We've looked into
that.
a lot of different ways to get game footage out of the game and onto the internet
Yeah.
and in the best, highest quality. And Chris really found
I
it.
think this is the most streamlined,
Yeah.
and it fits right in with our editing pipeline, so we can drop videos people record right into the editor, and then also really high quality support embedding because it integrates with a Flash posting site
and the
all
site
free.
itself, which is called WeGame, actually has a social integration on its side as well.
And it does
Nice.
kind of a neat like achievements, and I'm level 5 right now.
Woo.
And I've unlocked stuff because I posted so many videos. So
Yeah.
it's kind of an interesting gaming
That's
take on
kinda
that.
cool.
Yeah, it's
An extra game within a game.
there you have it. Is there anything else you want to cover up before we wrap this short episode up with Stoked?
I think I'm done.
No, I'm good.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Stoked. Be sure to stick around and keep checking JupiterBroadcasting.com and YouTube.com/Jupiter Broadcasting for upcoming tutorial videos.
And
Fancy.
Facebook.com/Jupiter Broadcasting for announcements of live events. Like we have the chat room up right now. We're doing it live.
And when we post a new tutorial, we'll post it. We'll give a link over at the Facebook page.
And you can also go to the other places too.
Like Twitter and stuff.
Jupiter Colony.
Whatever.
It's all on the internet.
It's on the internet.
You'll
Just
find
find
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Figure it out, people.
Delta Force will help you find it on Google.
Yeah. If you just hack Google real quick,
The Delta
and then,
Force will-
and then they will attack you, and then just ask them while they're there.
That's a throwback to another show.
Whoa.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching this episode. We'll be back soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Stoked Quick Tip. This little tip will be all about recording your gameplay footage. I kind of have this master dream where people out there are doing these epic things in Star Trek Online, and they're able to submit us the video, and then the really cool stuff we can feature in future episodes of Stoked. I think that'd be a great way to sort of involve the community and see what everyone out there is doing, because one thing is this game is so massive, each individual person can't do it all, so we can kind of collaborate as a community. Then we've got a lot of possibilities there. But one problem is you have to kind of standardize the recording format and the method we're all going to use. My suggestion is everybody takes a look at a program and a site called WeGame. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the name, but it's WeGame, and they have a pretty nice recording and Flash embedding site all wrapped into one service. WeGame here has a little agent that you can download and install on your computer, and then this runs in the background. Yes, I know, it runs in the background. I realize that's a bad thing for some of you, but I've been monitoring it, and its memory usage is pretty respectable, and it's not bad. But check this out. One of the really cool things is it can record in high definition 720p and at 25 frames per second. That's the key thing, because
Some recorders can record higher and lower, but 25 frames is just about what we release these videos as. We release as 24 frames, which means that at 25 frames per second and in the very high quality motion JPEG that this records in, it's an MJPEG and a QuickTime file. I can take those files and drop them right into our editor, which is QuickTime, or which is Final Cut, and I can work them right into the show. It fits right in with our production line. That's very cool. All right, so that's one thing. But the actual quality is quite good. And this client here also lets you upload directly to their site. So when you've recorded something, you have a list of what you recorded in the name, and you can just one button upload it to the WeGame website. On the WeGame website, you can look at the videos that people have submitted, and it breaks it down by game. Right now, it recognizes Star Trek Online as champions, but that'll change soon. Once you go there, you can find a video and you can embed the video, which is really nice because if we want to feature them on our JupiterForce.org site, we're going to be able to go here and just grab the embed code and then put it up on our website really quick, just kind of like a YouTube video, only in better quality. You can also download the original file, which is nice for people that want a nice high quality local recording. But how does it work in game? Well, let me show you. It's pretty good. When you're in the game and you have the client running, you have this little red stop dot up in the upper left-hand corner. Now, I think you can turn that off if you want it. I happen to like it quite a bit. And the way it works is when you're not recording, you have the green stop button. Now, you think it'd be red, but I think they made it green so it shows up easy. And whenever you want to start recording, I have it mapped to a hotkey. On my keyboard, it's F9, but you could have it set to anything. I simply tap F9, the green square disappears, and now I'm recording my gameplay footage. Now, my game, I haven't noticed any slowdown. Now, depending on your system, you might. I think going 25 frames per second is a little taxing on system, but not too bad. And I'm recording here, la-da-da, and I hit F9 to stop recording. In a few seconds, I get the green square back, and now in the background, the WeGame client has recognized that I have recorded another video, and it's pretty cool because all I have to do now is hit upload to WeGame, and in the background while I continue to play, this will take some processor usage, so use it. You could also wait till you're done playing, but if your system's powerful enough, this shouldn't be a problem. If you click upload to WeGame, it'll start transcoding and submitting it to them, and then it'll send you the URL when it's done with the direct link to the video. I could also just keep this as a local high-quality HD recording in the motion JPEG format, which is what I would use if I wanted to just throw it into an episode of STOked, or if you wanted to somehow get us the file, we could do that. I think for right now, we're going to try to just grab the little download link that's up at the embed site, so if people take a bunch of footage and they want to share it with us, we can coordinate that over at JupiterForce.org's forums. I'll have a thread in there for people to submit their screencasts. And then you'll just be able to link to the video on the WeGame site, and then I'll go to your WeGame video page, download the file, and then incorporate it into a future episode of STOked, or at least featured on the JupiterForce.org if it's rad. This is a pretty good client. I like it quite a bit. Now, I know there's other things out there people love, so I'm totally open to feedback. But let's try this. Let's all go with WeGame.com for a little bit, download their client, set it to 25 frames per second, and set it to HD recording if you can. And then I'll have a thread over at JupiterForce.org where people can post their links to the videos that they've taken, and the really awesome ones will probably show up in a future episode of STOked. So that'll be cool, right? All right, that's a look at WeGame, and I hope that everybody out there gets a chance to try it out because I'd love to see what some of you are doing out there in game. I know I feel stuck right now in my Miranda, and I'm just begging to see some awesome cruiser ship action and things like that, and I think this is a great way to do that.